The 10 o'clock game here tonight. This is Rogue River, February 6th, 2008. This is Team Delgado versus Team Tuscany. There you see Captain Tuscany racing right back. That's Rick Tuscany, one of three Tuscany brothers. Two of them, I believe, eligible to play at the moment, and he might be actually the only one signed up this season. So Rick Tuscany anchoring the defense for his team. And that one's up and out. There you see Captain Joey Delgado also anchoring the defense, but for the home team or the visiting team tonight. Also on the court for Team Tuscany, up against the wall, you have Stephen Manville, whose father plays in this league. Actually, that is James Manville, father Stephen Manville. Knew something didn't sound right. So James Manville, both of them wearing number 16 tonight. There's James Manville. You see him up against Captain Delgado. Delgado with the steal. Gives it back. And that's Chad Miller who gets the first shot off of the night. Brian Bennett trying to get it up the court. Not able to. Rick Tuscany drops it in for James Manville. Manville looking in front. Delgado with the steal. Delgado tries to hit it up the boards. Gets it to Bennett. It's Mike Clark, also playing defense tonight. He is wearing number 38 for Team Tuscany. Delgado over to Miller. Miller for the shot. So far, Team Tuscany has yet to register a shot on goal. Delgado working it in the corner. Mike Clark giving him just enough pressure that he doesn't feel like he has anything. Dumps it back in. That's to Bennett. Bennett fighting with Tuscany. Bennett up to the point. That's Jim Wood. They're related, but I think even those two guys are unsure exactly how they're related. So we'll just stick with the fact that they're related and leave it at that generality. Jim Wood fighting off James Manville. Manville pops back up. Wood around to Delgado. Going to be joined here in a second by Chris Blair, announcer for MVP. So he will be jumping in, taking over the play-by-play duties. That is Steve Manville, the first shift on the court tonight. Jim Wood, up and over into the corner. That's Chad Miller. Frank Ginn now working it up, runs into Stefan Lenz. Ginn still has it. He gets a shot. And they finish that one off. So we have a save by Josh Santiago. First real time he's been tested tonight. That's Frank Ginn gets the shot off. Puck's back around. Ginn now has some options. Throws it out to the point. It's a little bit long. Stefan with lots of pressure for Delgado. Up to Negri. It's John Negri stepping in. Back to Jim Wood. Wood with the shot. That's high up off the glass. Team Tuscany in across the red line. Going in for the shot. And not quite. Linz has it in the corner. Up the boards, all the way out. Steve Manville's collecting that for his team. Throws it up, only finds Jim Wood. Manville playing on the red team on Monday nights. Perhaps got that confused. I think that got caught in the ref's feet. Stefan Lenz now working it through. Takes a backhand shot. Not quite on net. It's a steal there, Jim Wood. Manville tries to steal it back. And Team White clears it. They're in across the red line. Almost a shot. Not quite. Frank Ginn across through the middle. Team Tuscany looking to get it out of the zone, and they do. Not quite the way they wanted to, however. Clark goes back to clean it up. He throws it out. Across the red line. That's James Manville. Manville trying to get some action going there in the boards. Still twisting and turning. That's out in front. Manville gets the shot. Tuscany tries to get it through. It's all the way over in the corner. Again, Manville with it. Back to Tuscany. Tuscany looking for the tip in. Jim Wood trying to settle it down. Runs into the ref. That's too much trouble for him. Get some help back on defense. Bennett may not have the size to play against this team tonight, but he definitely has the speed and the skill. Chad Miller with the shot. Rick Tuscany out to Manville. Bennett against Manville. Manville throws it in front. And that's Bennett carrying it across the court, across the red line. Back out to Bennett. Bennett trying to get through. It's a collision all over the top of the goalie, and it's in. The goalie not pleased with that at all. Chad Miller pokes it in while Brian Bennett was getting up off the goalie. Looks like that's waved off, no goal. I believe it's goalie interference. And that's out to White. Jim Wood in the far corner. Negri back to Delgado. Delgado around Frank Ginn. Delgado working it through. Stefan Linz has a lot of trouble over there in the corner. Drops his stick. Looks like it's broken. He's not going back to pick that up. He gets a quick line change. Michael Clark dumps it in. That's a cross through the middle. All right, I'm joined here tonight by Chris Blair, who's going to jump in and do play-by-play for you.
Hey, nice to see you here, Jeanette.
Hey, Chris.
Looks like we got quite a game so far. Team Delgado is going to work it out. Jim Wood drops a pass back from Miller, but he can't quite handle it. Here comes Rick Tuscany down. Tries to get through Delgado, but can't. Delgado's just going to chip it along the left wing boards. Comes back to Hartshorn. Takes his time and throws it all the way back down to Ginn. Just shy of the red line. Down to Tuscany in the corner. He picks it up right next to the ref. Tries the centering feed. It goes through the goal mouth. Comes back over to Ginn. He takes a shot. Santiago, good save there. Tuscany, another shot save. Shoulder there by Santiago. Looking good there so far. Ginn takes it down around the face-off circle as he wheels and throws a shot into his feet, but that one goes right across the crease. Maringer all the way back down to Hartshorn, who dumps it all the way back in. Team Tuscany controlling things so far here. Nice extended zone time. Throws it in front, save, paddled down. Big stop there for Team Delgado, and it's going to be a face-off in their zone. As I could. face-off won here by Team Tuscany. Steve Manville loses it down to Wood, and Team Delgado is going to work it out. As the captain gets a chip up now, takes it over the red line. He's got two guys. He's going to take it into himself with his glove save. Just batted out of the air and thrown back out in front. Delgado in pursuit there along with James Manville as they battle along the corner. But Team Tuscany manages to clear the puck out.
You know, an interesting note about Jim Wood, Delgado was
Oh, we got a breakaway here. I think Miller tried to break it up. Manville did a good job there to get the shot away. Back down to the elder Manville.
Contacted his captain about half an hour before the game to say that Brian Bennett would be showing up tonight. Captain Delgado said, "Are you trying to get me to kiss you? Because I won't. I won't." So there's your inside scoop on the Team Delgado romance.
Nice little weird love polygon of some sort.
Yes, I agree.
Sure
it's very weird.
All right, well, there is the
it's hard to come back after that.
There goes Captain Delgado, and he's just going to chip it down. Gets it down in along the half boards, and they're battling with it. Stefan Lins there tries to take it away from Manville, but can't. The puck comes loose. Hartshorn digs in, builds the wall, gets the puck in. We got a penalty, though. We'll take a look at who this call is. I think they're going to call Hartshorn. I'm not positive if that was a high sticking call or what that was. The refs here could do to have some clearer hand signals, but Hartshorn is going to be in the box. So this is going to be a Team Delgado power play. Even though we still have 4 of everybody out here. People got their wires crossed. Okay, now we're going to see Maringer go off, and it will be an official Team Delgado 4-on-3 power play here. Stefan Lins wins the draw, but gives it up to Frank Ginn right away. Ginn just going to eat up as much time as he can. He's got a nice little train of Delgado players behind him. Referee's got a hand up, though, so it looks like he's successfully drawn a penalty. You can see DiStefano's going to the bench. And yes, it is going to be a holding call against Team Delgado. Good job there by Ginn to even things up for his team.
Yeah, Ginn's got a lot of strength he brings to this team. It's a strong team overall. I mean, Rick Tuscany starts off right there as the captain with a lot of strength for this team. So Team Delgado has their work cut out for them size-wise.
So Wood takes the long walk into the sin bin. Now we're going to have some 3-on-3 action here at 9:35 of the first. Still a scoreless half so far. Seen a lot of action. Tuscany trying to jump it down. Lynn's got a stick on there. Miller throws it over to his captain. As the other captain, Rick Tuscany, now in pursuit. Delgado stick handling down into the low slot. Oh, and he didn't quite get a chance to get the shot away. Good job by Mike Clark to get a stick on that. Disrupt things for him a little bit. And Frank Ginn is going to start the breakout. Down to Tuscany, but Delgado broke up that play. Here comes Lins. He's all alone. And a really, really tenacious play there by Ginn to try and break it up. DiStefano does a good job diving to try and get it away. Delgado cycling now down in the corner. Lins reverses directions. He's just trying to protect the puck, but he gives it away to Ginn. Delgado trying to prevent the breakaway, and he does. But Tuscany's going to feed Ginn now. Delgado's in pursuit. Tuscany gets to the puck before Miller does, and they get the shots in. But he's got that blocker pad down. Did a good job, did Santiago. Wheels it around now. Mike Clark. He's got Manville down low, and Maringer in pursuit. Maringer grinds down along the corners, gives it up to Lins. They throw it up high to Clark. Takes a shot, takes some funny bounces in. Manville's digging away at it. But Santiago's got that one covered.
Santiago coming up tonight for Team Delgado. He didn't face many shots early on, but now that he is, I think he seems about 4 inches taller tonight than he usually is.
Been a really impressive defensive battle so far. Really seeing these squads do everything they can. The Delgado player is out of the box. He's going to try and make something of it, is Jim Wood. But he loses it off the stick. And the youthful of the Manvilles, James Manville. The youthful-er, I should say. Not to take anything
Steve will
away from
very
Steve.
much appreciate that.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm going to get it from him. My
Yeah.
apologies, Steve.
I prefer to call him the elder.
The elder
He
statesman
appreciates
Manville.
that as well.
Has kind of a classy ring to it. I
It
like
sure
that.
does, right?
I like that. The elder Manville. All right. Hartshorn throws it all the way up to maybe the less mature Manville. All right, we got Delgado, and he finally gets it away. He's got a 2-on-2 now. And then Jim Wood. Delgado's just going to stick handle and take the shot, and a good save. You don't see that a lot with DiStefano all the way back in his net like that. But managed to fight it off, made himself big, and a good glove save.
Actually, you know, I'm starting to wonder. I think that is not DiStefano tonight. I think that might be the father of the Team Delgado goalie. It might be Ken Santiago.
Ooh! Well, whoever the Tuscany goalie was just made an unbelievable skate save right off the draw. He managed to get down and cover it.
Red team results.
Bennett in the circle there. Wins the draw for Team Delgado. Back to Wood, who's just going to chip it in. They're going to try that same move. Steve Manville wheels it around to Hartshorn. He can't get to it, so he's just going to let it go all the way over to Jin. Jin, dangerous backhand. Kind of a blind pass. Tried to get it through traffic and couldn't. Results in a turnover. Team Delgado now works it down low. John Negri's going to follow it up. And that puck's going to come all the way back down, rimmed around, and Team Delgado will collect it in their own zone. Skates around behind the net and tries to get it up to Wood, who lets it go past him. All the way back down to Negri and Manville. Manville gets to that one first, and back to Hartshorn. Puck's just doing laps right now. Hartshorn crosses the red line. And they're having a little bit of trouble with it, but he's got it now. Feeds it over, takes a shot, and a good leg save off the skate there. Delgado desperately trying to get out of their zone here, finding themselves in a little bit more trouble than they figured that they would have. They're having some strong pressure, but Team Tuscany's really bringing it to them right now. Delgado now in the high slot, can't get through two defensemen. Linz can't quite control, and that puck's going to come all the way back down. A little bit of a foot race to it. Wood tries to just chip it along the boards and can't, so it's going to come way back. A little bit of a physical play there, but Delgado's got it. Can't get it through Jin. Tuscany tries to pinch in, but can't. Nice little move by Bennett, but he lost it to Manville. Good hands by Manville to play that so deftly. Maringer, Tuscany, back to Maringer, just ahead of the play. Just got it around as wholesale line changes for the rest of Team Tuscany. Mike Clark. Oh, and he loses it. Delgado and Linz. I'm sorry, that's Bennett. Oh! And Linz tried to give it back to Bennett, and he couldn't quite get a stick on it. That's a missed opportunity. Comes back around. Tuscany's going to retain possession. But man, was that something that Delgado could have made a big play there. Dodged a bullet, did Tuscany. Clark back over to Rick. Jason Maringer tries to throw it down. Santiago's going to cover up. 3:22 remaining here in the first. Still nothing.
I don't think I've seen a game in this league go 0-0 for this long in ages. This is amazing.
I think it's a testament to both teams' commitment to playing strong defense.
Oh,
It's not that
absolutely.
we're not like seeing scoring chances.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
goaltending and good defense.
Yep, both teams known for their defensive play straight from their captains.
With guys like Tuscany and Delgado at the helm for these clubs, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And Team Delgado missing a few players tonight. Team Tuscany missing just one on defense, so they would have been even stronger.
Manville. He's got Maringer. Once again, good defense. Could have been called holding by Wood, but he wasn't quite impeding his progress. He was just preventing him from moving laterally. Kind of a tricky little play there, so good defensive move. And Delgado doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to take it all the way back down. Delgado circling. Still got it. Wood in front banging his stick. He wanted that one. Lins grabbed it and just tried to shovel it to the net, but that one's fought off by the Tuscany goaltender, whoever he may be.
The mystery goalie.
Oh, Delgado takes down Clark, and that will get called. Saw Tuscany shovel it. Yep, but that is going to be a hooking call. I think Joey knows that he's headed to the box, and this is a big opportunity for Tuscany to take advantage of a power play here with about a minute and a half to go. Kind of expect them to be lining up a little bit faster as the clock does continue to run, and I'm sure that they want to make this one count. Got a chance to take a lead into halftime, and they win the draw. Clark had Manville. Couldn't quite get it on his stick. Manville circles. He's a shifty little player out there.
Absolutely. This is his first season in Rogue River. Heard from his father on Monday nights that he is actually too young to play in the Loch Ness division, the lower of the two. But not too young to play in Rogue River.
Well, he seems to be holding his own just fine here on the power plays. He's been generating pretty much the scoring chances for his team right now. 45 seconds. Clark trying to get things going for his team. Oh, and he almost gives it away. Tuscany, good positioning there. I believe that's Stefan Smith in white.
I believe so. We're going back and forth between Stefan and Steven. So your call on that one.
All right. Well, I'll go back and forth then.
Half and half, I think. Straight down the middle.
Mike Clark beats Chad Miller to the puck. And he gets it over to Tuscany. 15 seconds now. Tries for the home run pass. It's a 2-on-1. Manville can't hit Smith. Wood just going to try and kill out as much time as he can. That puck comes all the way back down. Team Delgado pretty much content to let the seconds tick off as we have a scoreless first period. Really impressive stuff here. 0-0. Team Delgado and Team Tuscany at halftime. Didn't go over well. All right, here we are after the half. Win by Jin over to Maringer, the two number 8s for their club, and it scores! Looks like Jin got a piece of that one as Maringer just sent it towards the net. Frank Jin deflects it in, and they break the scoreless tie here in 15 seconds.
You know, I wonder what the record is for the quickest goal off the face-off in this league.
That's a good question.
Interesting to know that.
That's got to be a contender.
It has to be.
Right away. Good play. And here they come again. Maringer to Jin. Tries to chip it ahead. Takes a shot off the side of the net. That one had chance. Delgado tried to work it out, but can't. And this twosome is causing trouble for Team Delgado right now. Bennett's going to get it out. Takes a shot and scores! He looked off. Looked like he was probably trying to make it look like it was a pass. And just fired a wrister. And that one beat the other Santiago, as we have confirmed that Ken and Josh are both here. And they've both given up a goal so far early here in the second. 1-1.
I think these teams are content to fight out a tie here tonight.
Yeah. Do you think things are going to start opening up, or is that?
Well, I certainly hope so. I think they will, and I hope so.
Lynn's battling against Manville in front of Bennett. Can't get his stick on it, and here come the number 8s. Jin in the high slot takes a shot. Blocker saved there by Josh Santiago. Puck deflects off a skate, and Team Delgado collects. Joey tries to skate it out. Gets through the attackers, and Bennett's going to pick it up. Tries to center it to Linz, but that one gets deflected a little bit. Stefan stays on it, though, and he does have it. Deflects off a couple more skates. Back out now. Chad Miller can't quite control it, but does well to recover. Gets the puck back for his team and then gives it away. You can hear him groaning from up here. He didn't like that play.
You could, absolutely.
Delgado was trying to feed Bennett, but couldn't, and Steve Manville throws it down. Now we're just having, I guess, the equivalent of some neutral zone play here, just kind of going back and forth. Obviously, since we have no neutral zone. Miller just fanned on it, though. Manville doing a good job to set up Hartshorn. Stick handles, and now he loses it. Back to Manville. Good stick there by Linz. Manville's got it on his knees. Can't get the shot away. That puck comes out. Smith and Hartshorn now working. Hartshorn loses it again. And here comes Bennett. Tries to build some speed, cuts into the middle. Fakes, takes a shot off the post. He's celebrating like it's a goal.
Oh, Santiago did not know where that puck was.
Was that a goal? I heard it ring, and I know he was celebrating.
I think it was. Santiago kept looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, they are going to call that a goal. Wow. Well, I apologize for the lackluster call, but that was a really impressive shot. I just thought it was off the pipe and out.
It's kind of a pinball goal, I think. It hit a few pipes before it dropped in.
And here we are, not 5 minutes in, and we've already got 3 goals. Team Delgado up. Tuscany looking for the whistle. Oh, and he's going to get a high stick for that. Okay, I'm sorry. It was a touch with a high stick, but they called it off when, obviously, Team Delgado touched the puck. Mike Clark skates it out. He's got Tuscany in front of him. Gives it up to Miller. Miller over to Negri. Negri fans on the pass. He tried to chip it down to Delgado, but didn't have a lot on it. Manville tries to settle a bouncing puck, can't quite. Through the skates of 2 players, takes a shot! And the crowd reacts to that one as that was an incredible pass. Smith just couldn't make it go. Clark over to Tuscany now. Back down to Manville. Manville's been buzzing this period. Tuscany definitely looking to try and get another goal back here. Through the crease, trying to get maybe an odd bounce off of Santiago's skates. They got lucky that comes out, and now Negri in pursuit as Clark picks up the puck down behind the net. Off a skate. Tuscany collects. Does a little bit of a shuffle step.
You know, an injury note, Monday night, Chris Horsley had his kneecap completely on the side of his leg. There was a lot of talk that maybe something was torn in there and we wouldn't see him for a while. He was sitting in a wheelchair, taken out by ambulance, I believe. And turns out that he'll probably be back in about 6 weeks.
Well, that's great news for him. I saw that and it didn't look good.
Oh, you saw it?
That wasn't pretty.
Yep, he was sitting there with a blanket around him and nursing his injury. I think it was all the way twisted over to the side. Is that about right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess they, sounds disgusting, but popped it back into place.
Oof. Well, that's good.
Yep, that couldn't have felt good.
We absolutely wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
We never want to see anybody go down like that.
No, absolutely not. He was taking a shot, so it wasn't a collision with anybody, just twisted kind of awkwardly.
It's kind of a freak little play. In the meantime, Delgado fights off a breakaway by Frank Ginn. Good defense there. Ginn, and he beats Delgado. Pad save there by Santiago, and now it's a 3-on-1 possibility. Okay, now we're down to 2-on-1, and Delgado loses the puck to Hartshorn. Shows a little bit of poise there as he slows things down, gets over to Maringer. Maringer and Ginn, these guys have been damaging thus far. Try and get the equalizer here. In front, takes a shot and scores! No goal. He's saying no goal. Maybe was Maringer in the crease? Manville took the shot, it went in, but they waved it off immediately. I think that had to be a Tuscany player in the crease. Yeah, that must have been it. I don't know why else they would wave that off.
Must have been. That would have tied things up for us here.
That one hurts for Tuscany. Let's see if they can kind of regroup. Do it again. Bennett picks it up. Nice little toe drag. Tries it again. Gets in. Shot. Save. He is tenacious out there. His number 11 for Team Delgado getting some interesting reactions here from the peanut gallery.
It is fun. Quite the peanut gallery
It's always fun when the fans come out. 15-20, 2-1 the score. Team Delgado up in what's proven to be a pretty different second half to what we saw the first.
Oh, very different. The first half all about defense. This one, I think we can say they've gotten enough shots to prove this is all about offense.
That's sustained pressure caused by the puck bouncing off of Jim Wood's head. Out to Linz. No, I'm not going to make a using his head joke.
I was almost there for you, Chris.
Delgado loses it! Breakaway chance for Jin. Stick handles it. Delgado gets there, but Jin still got the puck. Shoots it, scores!
Delgado looks like he's not too pleased with his defense on that. Did you see why he pulled away, left Jin alone in front of the net?
Actually, no, I don't. Did he think that Josh had it?
Well, that's what I'm suspecting by the fact that he turned such a wide arc and just kind of skated away. Well, but you can bet he'll go over and over that one in his head for a while.
Uncharacteristic breakdown by Joey Delgado and some really, really good poise on a great shot by Frank Jin.
Oh, fantastic. Yep, he didn't rush that at all. He saw exactly what he had to work with.
Yeah. A lesser experienced player probably would have just spun around and started hacking away at it, trying to get a lucky bounce or something. But he took his time, he focused, he settled things down, and he lifted it over the glove. Delgado trying to get one back right away. He is definitely upset with that. Centering feed across to Wood. Takes the shot. And Santiago smothers that one up. 13-30, 2-2 your score here in the second. Face-off win by Team Delgado. Wood back over to the captain, Delgado. Centers. Can't make anything of it. Good defense there by Team Tuscany. Rick fighting off Negri. Clark's just going to leave it for Santiago. He's going to cover it up and get another face-off.
I believe that one actually hit the post, and what probably happened is they expected a little more of a rebound than they got, so rather than wait for somebody to collect it, just cover that up.
Team Delgado wins the face-off in the Tuscany zone, and they take the shot from the point. It seems to be something that they've been trying to do. They started it a little bit at the end of the last period when they almost caught Ken Santiago off guard, and so they've been doing that a lot now on these face-offs deep, where they'll just get it back to a point man, and then he will just gun it in.
Well, Jim Wood definitely likes to take a slap shot from the point, so he's the right guy to hand that to.
Wood over to Miller. Chad's got Delgado. He feeds him. Backhander. That one took a funny bounce. Tuscany tries to clear it out. Can't. Delgado, his team working it low in the corner. A little bit of a collision there. Ref deems it incidental contact, and that puck comes up into the rafters.
I think everybody got a piece of that puck that shift.
That one went flying. Delgado bringing the pressure here, trying to get back into this game. Not to imply that they're out of it. It is a tie. But I think they know that they kind of dodged a bullet with that one goal being called off, Steve Manville's shot. So they want to try and capitalize on that and make Tuscany pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like, that they're, even though, like you said, it's a tie game, they still feel like the team that's trying to rebuild their momentum that they seem to have lost a little bit with that last goal.
Bennett shot. I think he healed that. I think he wanted more on that than he got. Here comes Jin, and he's been a force. Good stick by Jim Wood. He breaks that up. Throws it high ahead. Hartstrom Along the left wing, goes down along the circle. Maringer letting him know he's there. I don't think Horstrom saw it though. Delgado is just going to dump it down. And Steve Manville will collect. Throws it up the boards. Jin over to Maringer. Maringer's got Delgado to beat. He gets by him, but he gets the puck by him, but he can't get himself by him. Good job by Manville to cut off Wood's attempt at breaking it out. And Bennett gives it away to Jin. Cuts in front. He had Maringer, but Delgado got on him quickly. Try and take the opportunity in the slot away. And here comes Delgado. He's got speed. He's also got Stefan Lins. He gets around Manville. Oh, and he stick-handled one too many times and stick-handled over the puck. Wheels around, backhand. Another glove. Fought it off. Ken's fighting the puck tonight, but he's doing a good job of keeping it out anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. He doesn't look as steady as he usually does out here tonight.
Off of Manville's stick, that one just goes up over the half boards. 9:25, your time, your score, 2-2. Face off high in the Delgado zone, and Team Delgado wins it. Bennett, good job to pick that puck up. Wins, carries it through two men. He got Clark to beat, but Clark stood his ground. Like Clark, he's got Smith with him. Smith and Manville in the slot. Manville coming in to support. Team Delgado's just got the numbers there. Delgado leans in on him and takes the puck away. He blows by one man, he blows by two. Good job by Manville to get back. Stefan Lins trying to get around Tuscany, but he can't do it. James Manville now, battling with Delgado. He goes down, Delgado throws his hands up, and he didn't get called for that, so.
Yeah, I think he was looking for some sort of high sticking call.
Lins, strange little drop pass. Miller just taps it ahead. Oh,
Miller.
and he scores! Stefan Lins on the ground.
And now you see why Miller gave him the puck, even though he had a shot himself.
I definitely was about to criticize that move.
Stefan Lins, that man finds the net.
What a goal.
Unbelievable.
What a goal. On his back, spinning around. Stick just hacks away at it, got just the right angle and the right speed to pop that one up and over Santiago. I think that caught him off guard. 3-2 now with 7.5. Smith tried to push ahead, couldn't do it. But Joey managed to do that along the right wing. Good stick by Clark. Broke up that centering attempt. Delgado had Negri, but he just couldn't make it go. Manville shoots and scores! That was a rocket. And 25 seconds later, they tie it up.
There is something to be said for this tie tonight. These two teams really duking it out and can't get past each other.
No goals in the first period, 6 here in the second, and most of them within about a minute after another one.
Yeah, it's been a goal and an answer and a goal and an answer all game.
I'd say these are pretty evenly matched teams, yeah?
Absolutely. Much more evenly matched than the game right before this. I think the final score on that one was something like 7-1.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Not going to see a final like that here.
Nope.
Frank Jin. He's got to get there before Delgado scores! He saw Delgado coming in, so he just took a couple strides and then slapped that one through Santiago. That is a Team Delgado timeout, and I think that is a good time for one, as Tuscany has just stolen the lead. It's 4-3, 6:12 left in the game. Here we go. Team Delgado's timeout is up. So they're going to try and mount a comeback here, as Team Tuscany's got just over 6 minutes to try and maintain a lead. They can hang on for 6 minutes. And that'll be all that it takes.
I'd say the way they've been scoring in this half, I doubt we'll see a quiet 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And Jin tries to make something happen again. He feeds Maringer in front, who has a good chance. Santiago gets a big save there. Not necessarily because it was difficult, but I think that's a big one for him psychologically.
Yeah, I agree. And with Santiago, it's important he gets those psychological wins. As with any goalie, I'm sure, but he seems to stand out in that category.
Delgado beats Steve Manville now. He tries to feed Bennett just out of his reach. Bennett and Hartshorn collide. Hartshorn hangs on to him a little bit, chips away at it, and he does manage to dig it out. But Bennett is tenacious, and he turns it over. Stefan Linz tries to feed Bennett back in the slot. Delgado's pinched way down. He's got Bennett in front. That one deflects wide. Linz! And that one goes wide as well. And here comes Jin. He's all alone. And a big save! Oh, that's a huge one. That could be the save of the game right there. Here's some physical play that we were talking about at the break. Maringer and Delgado collide. The Team Tuscany bench is standing up. The teams are in this game right now. Stefan Linz has the puck behind the net. He gets it in front to Bennett. Bennett can't handle it, and here comes James Manville. He's got Delgado to beat. He pushes out in front. They're battling. Ooh, we got a whistle behind the play. Looks like the ref is, I don't know, maybe unsportsmanlike on Steve Manville. Manville seems upset, and the ref seems even more upset with whatever's happening. I didn't catch that, did you?
I didn't either. Too far behind the play. Too far behind the play, but
to be my guess.
Manville clearly upset in the box, shaking his head. Most of the time, I would say 9 times out of 10 that I zoom in on a guy in the box, he's got a big grin on his face. Not the case with Steve Manville.
And I wouldn't really peg him as an unsportsmanlike kind of player, so that is a little bit surprising.
Nope, you're right about that.
And, you know, Manville very, very behind his team's penalty killing effort as he realizes that this is not exactly what his team wanted right now. 3.5 to play. They've got 1 goal lead, and they just gave a power play to Team Delgado.
Yep, and Team Delgado definitely anxious to score. You see that right away.
There's Wood taking that shot right off the face-off again. That definitely seems to be their MO. In front! Deflects high. Mike Clark in good position there to break that one up, and Tuscany now, as his team is on the PK. And he is totally content to just kill as much time as possible. Dumps that one down, gets through Wood, and Manville chips it in front. Just throws that one. Delgado's stick broke it up enough. Delgado and Wood getting their wires crossed a little bit. Not very smooth passing. They want more. Lynn's playing physical, trying to get his team going. Bennett shoving people around. He's trying to get somebody going here. But the Team Tuscany bench is fired up right now.
I think they feel like they got screwed a little bit on that last call.
Yeah, absolutely. Manville's still not pleased with what happened, and I can't blame him. Linz gets back as there was definitely an opportunity for a breakaway there. Team Tuscany didn't take it. They are not taking any chances. They realize they're shorthanded, and a botched breakaway would make it even worse.
They have had their share of breakaways tonight.
Absolutely, as Delgado continues to pinch on these plays to try and make something happen. The puck comes out. Wood has it now, and he fires one up into the netting. 1:52, and the clock will stop as it is 4-3, Team Tuscany. Face off high in the Tuscany zone. Not too much left here on the power play. I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 seconds. Manville not yet standing up in the box, though. Over to Delgado. He's going to fire one low. That might have been a shot pass. Either way, it didn't go, and Jin pursuing. Good penalty killing there. As Tuscany's just content with keeping the Delgado players out on the perimeter. Well, that might have been an overcommitment by Hartstrom. And that one bounces off the outside of the net, and Santiago is not going to take any chances with that, and he's going to cover that one up. 1:45 to play now. And the Tuscany bench has been on their feet for the last 5 minutes. Wood again off the face-off. That one gets lost in some feet. Delgado now. He's got to be wary of Jin, who was just thinking breakaway. You know he was thinking it again.
It's got the cash register eyes going.
Oh, yeah. Miller over to Wood, whose shot goes wide. I believe that's Hartstrom in pursuit. Hartshorn, I'm sorry. Up to Maringer. Hartshorn fires one. Save. Big save by Santiago, and here comes Team Delgado. But Frank Jin actually sitting on the perimeter now. He was hanging out back. Let that one go. Oh, man. Oh, big collision there. Manville is still in the box, so I'm starting to wonder just what kind of penalty they gave him. Delgado tries to stick handle, backhands it in front, and Chad Miller couldn't get his stick on it. 45 seconds left. Back to Delgado, who tees one up, and that one goes wide.
You know, I think it might have been an unsportsmanlike conduct. That can draw you a 4-minute penalty.
That may have been it then. Well, he's standing up in the box now, but maybe that's just because there's only 25 seconds left. Delgado throws one in. Bennett fanned on it. I think he saw daylight and he just fanned. 15 to go. Tuscany rims it around. Team Delgado is there. Miller throws it in. Fought off by the defense at Tuscany. 5 seconds. He throws it down, and it looks like Tuscany's going to hang on and win this one. 4-3. What a game here tonight. Team Tuscany walks away with a huge win in a hotly contested battle. Man, it is tough for Team Delgado to come off feeling satisfied about that effort, despite just how close they were. You gotta feel that nothing short of a win would really satisfy them here.
I think so. I think there's a lot of disappointment on Team Red's bench tonight.
Those are always hard ones to give up. And make no mistake, those aren't exactly easy ones to win either.
No,
So
that's true.
Great effort by Team Tuscany. We're going to pause for a minute. We'll be back with our 3 stars. Santiago collapses in front. All right, well, that was a killer game. 4-3 your final. Team Tuscany walks away with a victory, but yeah, they had to earn that one. That one was really, really tough. Really, really hard-fought game by everybody, so it's hard for me to just narrow down 3 stars. I'm still not like 100% sold on mine, but I'm going to go ahead and do what I can anyway. My 3rd star goes to Stefan Linz, if for no other reason than for that spectacular goal he scored from his back in the second. That was a huge goal for the team to try and get them back into things, get them rolling again, and it was really just impressive. In general, I mean, he's on his back, just flailing around, tips it in, knocks it over Santiago, so that was really good. But I thought that he did everything he could to try and play his game, and I didn't think that he got knocked out of sorts because it was a tough game, especially going in the first period, and it's really easy for anybody to get demoralized, and I thought that he was playing his way the whole time, and he made it work for him. So that's why I'm giving Stefan Linz my 3rd star. 2nd star goes to Ken Santiago in the pipes of Rick Tuscany. Man, you know, I didn't think that he was having his best game. You could kind of tell that he'd been fighting the puck for a little bit, but he didn't let anything get to him mentally. And it's that mental toughness that I want to give him the 2nd star for. He hung in there and he made some really, really important saves when they mattered. There were a lot of scrambles in front. He showed a lot of poise when the puck was around the net. He didn't make any sloppy mistakes there. He didn't, go diving off somewhere when he shouldn't have. He was really in control even when he was fighting the puck, and even when he was having trouble seeing it, he was still making glove saves and still making pad saves and still making stick saves. And so I got to give it to Ken Santiago for really doing everything he can, especially in a high-flying second period, to make sure that his team had a chance to win. So 2nd star goes to Santiago for that one. 1st star, it's got to be Frank Jin. That guy led the charge in the second period. He was the catalyst for those first 2 goals, absolutely, when he was paired up with Maringer, and they were a force that whole time. But as the period dwindled on, it became the Frank Jin show, and he took over. He was just an offensive presence there, showed his old team that, they probably miss him. He knows how to make things happen, and so a really, really impressive game for Frank Jin, so number 1 star for him. Anjanette?
Hey, Chris. So my 3 stars here tonight, I have to agree with you on Stefan Lind. That guy has the most amazing reach in this league. I mean, he'll be down on that end, and he can poke it into the net over on that end. So this time, he's on his back, reaches in. It's just fantastic. So very fascinating guy to watch. I give him my 3rd star just for style points. And my number 2 star tonight goes to on Team Tuscany. Jason Maringer had a fantastic second half playing with Frank Jin. The two of them were a great combination. And Frank Jin, how can you not give the 1st star to him? You know I hate to agree with you, Chris, but Frank Jin, I mean, Team Delgado concerned about breakaways this season and gave up a mighty feud to Frank Jin, and that's the wrong guy to give them up to. So Frank Jin capitalized on those breakdowns, and he really turned it around for his team. So they finished the first half with no goals and finished the game 4-3. So that's it for you tonight. We're closing out the night here. Rogue River will be back again on Saturday. See you then.